I sent it out. That's all I want to say. We talked about the difference between being a rapper who can rhyme, or artist who can rhyme, and a musician that can rhyme as well, and who's more underappreciated or underrated. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when you got cut off, I made a point to people that there's people who can rhyme their ass off who we don't appreciate because they're not deemed classic artists. Like Jadakiss is one of the best spitters ever. He has no classic, right? Method Man is one of the best spitters ever. He has no classic.
True.
But if you put them on your song, they will probably destroy you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they'll remember them before you.
Right.
But then you have people who are musicians who don't have classic material but have great or classic albums.
Right.
Am I lying? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not lying at all.
And the thing I appreciate about you and Pre Rolls is that you're showing your musicianship, your artistry, and your rap penmanship at the same time. And that is like you're like going to be one of those people, I think, that when the masses finally really appreciate, they're going to have to catch up rather than be just fans. What do you think about that statement?
That's crazy that you say that, because one or two of the songs on the actually about two of the songs on the album are older records. So in a sense, people are catching up. Like when you, yes, in a sense, you're absolutely correct. People are kind of catching up with those two records. I'm gonna quote what Ipkiss. Shout out to Stanley Ipkiss, also the producer of one of my hottest singles out right now called "Next to You." Make sure you cop that. He said it to me, and it has stuck with me since. He said, "Old songs ain't old to new people, bro. Like they ain't never heard it before, bro." You know what I mean? Like, so all those old records that we deem old as artists because we're stuck in our artistry and our box of that's old. We done that and said it. It's millions of people that have not heard that shit yet. So it's new to them. You know what I mean? So shout out to him for all giving me that advice, and it's stuck with me since. For sure.
Most definitely. I mean, the thing that bothers me about the predicament of DSPs right now, I don't think most artists are ever going to be appreciated until they stop making music, and that's fucked up. Because if you stop making music, then who's going to know you're there unless people pick you up? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Chief, you got the potential to be our version of Pharoah Monch, yo.
Ooh, how so? That's wow. That's different. Okay, take me there.
How so?
Yeah, explain. Take me there.
When did Pharoah Monch ever put his lyrics in the box?
Right, but have we ever heard Pharoah Monch? Well, actually, yes, I have. Never mind. I'm about to say do a whole sing-songy record. Actually, yes, a few of them. Like just answer my own. Never mind.
See the light, baby. Won't you? Yeah.
A few of them. Never mind. A couple came to my head at one time.
Yeah. But look, think about it this way. That's a
big compliment. Pharoah is a fucking monster, yo.
But so are you. And the only thing that's missing from your catalog, I think, is catalog. Because you take breaks.
Right.
I mean, am I lying?
No, you're right.
I mean, look. Right. You have the impeccable gift of making an offbeat sound hip-hop-ish.
Oh, you talking about Damn Homie?
That, the way you and your man flipped the Terradome freestyle. Stay Winning, which is one of my favorite Cheef Bali records.
Oh wow, I didn't know that, bro. But I didn't know that at all. What makes you love that record so much? I had no idea. You love wow. That's actually one of my favorite records too.
Yeah, I think Stay Winning was the elevation of what I seen on the color section. It was a different. It was an MC. It's like a hidden door being an MC. It's like not only can I rhyme, I can rhyme like this too. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what made it so dope to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's funny you say that too, because I wrote that record kind of like with that in mind. Like I could keep up with these motherfuckers. I could do that too. Like, don't think that shit is that difficult. I got that too. Don't even not a problem. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's funny you say that.
I think what it comes down to when it comes to appreciating the artist today, hold up. I think what it comes down to appreciating the artist today is knowing what the culture is not what the culture is. Because everybody who defines hip hop gets it wrong. That's how people get stuck in the 90s, stuck in the 80s. People hate on the new artists or people hate on the older artists because it's not in their wheelhouse. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yo, bro, I have that argument all the time, bro.
Talk about it.
No, I just recently got out of not an argument, but a debate with somebody because we was talking about Fabio Foreign's record, and
Yeah.
the person criticized the record, and I said, personally, I thought he did all right for a rookie. I thought that at his first swing out, I thought he did pretty good. Like, I'm rooting for him. Like, it's a different sound. Like, I thought the album was pretty decent. You know what I mean? So instead of asking me why, the first question he asked me was, who was my top 5?
That's corny, man.
And I was like, what?
That's
I
corny.
thought 42. I ain't saying nothing, but I'm like, what? I'm like, first and foremost, why? Because I want to know the person that's giving this opinion, you know what I'm saying, where they grounded from and where hip-hop ear they grounded from. I'm like, yo, I'll give you my top 5, but that's not going to tell you my ear. Like, because my top 5 is Redman, is who you would expect for my generation. Redman, Nas, Jay-Z's, you know what I'm saying? Like, Scarface, that's my top 5. Eminem, like, that's it. That rounds it out. Like, of course it's that, because that's where I grew up from, but that doesn't stamp my musical taste. That doesn't close my ears to what other shit is going on. You know what I'm saying? I love the drill music. I love the trap music. I love the different flows. I love the way the young kids are playing with the different melodies and shit like that. This shit is fucking fire to me. Now, don't get me wrong. All of that shit ain't dope, but all of our music wasn't dope either.
That's fact.
Like, everything wasn't fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything, that's not what it's supposed to be. Like, I'm supposed to get variety. You know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely. That was the thing.
I mean, even when you break down
Shout out Therapeutic.
album, yep, so everybody stand salute. Oh, he back. All right, that's what's up. Look, even when you break down how people listen to albums are like babies, right? You have to nurture them. You want to see them grow. You want to see them get appreciated. You really want to see a baby reach their full potential. People love crack or getting high off of music so much that there's no such thing as potential. It's immediacy, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think a lot of people are going to miss the integrity of art, of musicianship when it comes to music. I'm gonna keep it real. You put up Doja Cat before we got cut off. Doja Cat was not dope when she came out. Doja Cat was a gimmick. When she finally got to make her music, Doja Cat is dope.
Facts.
That fucking woman song, that woman, that song is a classic.
Oh, that's
dope.
Gonna go. Yeah, it's gonna go forever. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she got it's a song with, I think, of her and Sweetie.
Yeah.
No, it's her and Sweetie.
The album is sick too. Her whole album is bananas, yo. Like, it's sick. Like, I have daughters. Like, I listen to all that shit. Like, it's sick, yo.
Lotto is dope. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to give.
Lotto could actually rap. A lot of people sleep on Lotto because of the type of record she making. No, Lotto could actually rap, and she came up around a lot of rap niggas. Like, so I think Lotto is a serious problem going forward, yo. Real talk.
So bringing it back to pre-rolls, here's my thing. Who is Cheef Bali around, or who is he looking to be around? What kind of group does he want to be around for this next forthcoming album that you have coming out?
Musicianship. Like, I'm really trying to branch out. And here's the thing, I'm trying to get excited again. Like, with pre-rolls, it's got me excited to compete again. Like, it's getting me excited to get back out here and compete again, as far as the bars and things like that. And with the album, I want to take it to a next level and compete musician and music wise. So you might hear some rock and roll sounding shit. You might hear some. Remember, I got the house music record already on there. Next Year will definitely be on the album. I got a gospel record, Redemption, will definitely be on the album, which is already out now. Make sure y'all go check that out. But I will have different type of stuff. I want to do some reggae stuff. I just want to branch out and say that before I stop doing this music thing, if I do ever do stop, I didn't leave any stone unturned. Any type of music that I wanted to do, I want to say that I did it. So the album will definitely have a wide range of that, and of course, it's gonna have that classic Cheef Bali. You know, it's gonna have bars all day. You already know that. But yeah, the album THC is definitely coming. Is coming.
I got 3 more questions, and then we just gonna have some fun and leave them off of here. What
Facts.
is the one? What is the one area of hip hop you haven't touched that you think if you finally brought this out of yourself, people will see your growth, not only know that you're skilled?
Mm. Remember that album that Lil Wayne did?
Oh, I don't know none of his shit.
You know that's right.
No.
The rock and roll album he did, yo.
I know MOP did a heavy metal album.
Wait, not heavy metal. I mean, much love to MOP because I heard that shit. And that shit was amazing. But
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, heavy metal wouldn't be. I would try it, but no. I would love to do something like an alternative rock, or like Linkin Park, or something like with Imagine Dragons, something
Okay.
on that effect. I would love to do something to that effect. Something with yeah, just something down that road. I also would like to tap into the London market and that hip hop with the hip hop that they're doing in London and overseas in England, and that sound, that shit is ill as hell to me too. Yeah, Afro
Yeah.
beats, things like that. You know.
All right, you want to get your Ghostface on?
Ye-
That's some Ghostface
Yeah,
shit.
basically.
Yeah, because Ghostface did the album with Bad Bad No Good, and that shit is
But yeah,
fire.
that's what makes him Ghostface. He's a ghost. He can be anywhere. Like, he has no face. There's no, there's no face to his style. That's what makes him him. That's great, Facts.
And it's dope. You are advocate for 420 life as well. Plug the Bali Hour show and what it stands for.
The pre rolls dropped on 420, so that tells you right there. The Bali Hour. Look at that. The Bali Hour. There we go. Yes, sir. Every Wednesday, 7 o'clock, A Squad Rebel Radio, the loudest show on the loudest show on the internet right now. Pretty much we talk about, advocate, promote cannabis culture. Pretty much, we have been with the cannabis culture through the whole legalization movement for New Jersey. We have been reporting on it, telling everybody about it, and we kind of like led the movement, man. It's been incredible. Any dispensaries out there, any private businesses that want to promote on our show, you're all welcome to come through. Any politicians that want to come through and talk about it, we've had politicians on the show as well talk about the movement, and we've been giving tips to business owners and cannabis growers and independent cannabis growers as well. So aside from that, we have great artists on the show. Therapeutic Stan, my G, you are overdue. You need to come back through. It's been a minute. But we've had amazing artists from New Jersey and amazing artists from around the world come on the show and promote. And also, talk about that cannabis and, mix it up with us. Again, 7 o'clock, A Squad Rebel Radio. This is season 7. We just had the Outsiders on the show. The shit was amazing. Make sure y'all check it out. A Squad Rebel Radio. We everywhere. You already know. Belly!
Last question on this first part, because I do a 2-part interview. So last question on this first part is this: What's the most fulfilling thing you're going to get from this pre-rolls mixtape? Is it that it came out and people heard it, or that it's the lead to something else?
It's the lead to something else. Honestly, this ain't it. This is just the beginning. Like this, trust me, I got some shit coming. The main thing with pre-rolls is I felt as though it's been long. It's been long since I dropped something for everybody. I've been dropping little singles here and not little singles, but singles here and there between the pandemic and now. You know, we dropped my biggest single last year, which was Next to You. But I said, it's been a minute since I've given everybody a cohesive project. And I don't want to rush the album. Like, it took 7 years to make the colored section. 7 years. Like, it took a long time to make that album, yo. So I'm not the one into rushing shit. Yeah, y'all will fuck around and get another EP before the album even come out. You know what I mean? Just because I'm not into rushing shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I felt as though it was unfair to people that love me and people that really appreciate my music to be holding back and to just not give them nothing. So I said, you know what? Let me drop something.
Okay. Well, everybody, listen. HeritageHipHop.com. But we ain't finished. Go to HeritageHipHop.com right now and get the mixtape Pre Rolls out right now. Free to anybody who's a member of Heritage Hip Hop. You can go to the website, download it right now. Shout out to MJ Savino. Shout out to K1 Radio, TMS Radio. Shout out to everybody I'm affiliated with, the Fleet DJs, the Heat DJs, because they cheap. They looking for people to come on and promote their stuff.
Oh,
sound like a plan, right?
Yeah, I was already on the Fleet DJs, yo. That shit was amazing. Any artist out there, that is the move. I'm telling you now, that is the move. Shit, I'm ready to get back up on there again. You already know, especially for the new project.
All right, so you already know what it is. So let's go out with on a high note. Shout out to 420. We're gonna go out on a high note for the last couple questions. You know how I do my rapid fire questions, right?
Right.
So for everybody who doesn't know, ever seen the interview, rapid fire questions are not yes no questions. They show what you know about yourself, your craft, and the culture. You know what I'm saying? And because he's a 420 list, I don't know too much about 420, but maybe he could teach us about something. All right? You ready to go?
Let's go. Shout out Stan
All
Strong.
right. First question. Where you want to go? You want to go music or you want to go 420? Where you want to go?
We can do 420 first.
Okay. Everybody got excited about 420 because everybody like, yeah, now we can sell weed, or we could get weed and da 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 da. What do you think would be the best justice for someone who sold weed and went to jail now that weed is legalized?
The best justice would be to have those funds and all of that money that's been taken from us and taken from the weed sales that were allegedly illegal get turned into either the tax money either turned to money for our schools and money for our education and to build our schools up and to make our schools better, and or private businesses into giving us loans to help us start our own businesses in the cannabis industry. I think that is the most important. It should come straight back because technically you locked up entrepreneurs. Like, you locked up business owners and entrepreneurs. Like, funny you say that. I had a conversation with somebody the other day. I don't want to make this long-winded. I had a conversation the other day about the whole industry, and they were upset because they were telling me the underground industry is about to be destroyed. We can't sell weed out here in the streets no more. I'm like, dude, you're stuck. Like, this shit is free. It's a free enterprise now. There's no more underground. It's free. We can sell it. like the niggas on the corner can start an Uber industry. Like, we're delivering. Like, it's a wrap. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, once we get past that level and start thinking there, so that's what I think is the best thing. Like, we can literally turn this shit into something big.
All right, so next question. You want to go 420 or you want to go music?
We go music.
I just put out a verses. Heritage Hip Hop does verses every week, ladies and gentlemen, and they're not playlists. They're driven by your understanding of music.
Yes.
My latest verses was Fonte versus Elzai. Who do you have and why?
Oh, Fonte and Elzai. Oh, damn, that's a tough one. Really? Oh my God. All right, if I had to choose one right now, it would be Elzai.
Why?
And this is the melodic sense in some of his stuff. He has more of a melodic. Yeah, that would be the only thing I would say right now. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Karev.
Oh, well, look. That was the end of season 1. Wait till you see season 2
They
verses.
said the same thing. That's a hard one, bro. That's that's Jesus Christ. That's really invest in cannabis.
Well,
Facts. Yo, I see
yep,
you.
let's
Yo,
do that.
Swiss, I see you. Word up.
Well, for everybody who's missed it, the Heritage Hip Hop Versus is not just MCs versus MCs. There are albums versus albums, and there's eras in hip hop versus eras in hip hop. So to give you a sample of what the Heritage Hip Hop Versus was, we did Redman versus Ghostface.
Right.
We did three Stacks versus Most Def.
Yep.
We did Liquid Swords versus Only Built for Cuban Links. And the best response I got was Sean Price versus Conway the Machine. That one was crazy.
Yeah, I was, yeah, that kind of, I'm showing Price all day with that one. I was surprised a lot of people chose Conway. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Not even that, not no slight at Conway. Conway is fucking.
No, not slight.
He is fucking ill as fuck. But
yeah,
Sean P, bro. Like, have they heard Monkey Bars? Like Mike,
that's a classic.
Mike Tyson. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Jesus, yeah, bro. Like, dude. That motherfucker's different.
Yes, he is. That's one of my favorite MCs of all time. Straight up.
Me too, bro. Word up. Me too, bro.
So, next question. You want music or you want 420? Where we going?
Let's go 420.
Here's a very simple question about 420 that people take for granted. Is 420 the new prohibition, and why?
Ooh. Yes and no. Yes, why? Because it's I mean, in a sense, when you think about it on a basic level, like alcohol is basically something everybody wants. The government is making money off of it, and also trying to police it at the same time. However, in a sense, it's not, because you can kind of like take cigarettes in the same tone. Like, the thing is with weed versus alcohol, we've been lied to like this entire time. Like, people don't realize that. Like, the only reason that marijuana was ever made illegal was because the fashion industry did not want hemp to take out cotton. Hemp is a thread literally made from cannabis that can literally replace cotton. We don't have to use trees anymore and all of that shit. Like, so literally they used that and made it a thing, whereas they associated marijuana with Spanish people, and they made it a thing where they promoted it as evil. And that's why in movies and everything since then, it's been that. And they classified it as stage 1. They made it as fucking bad as heroin, yo. Like, literally. Yes, it's a stage 1 fucking disease. It's a stage 1 drug in FDA or DA, whatever you want to call it. It's literally stage 1, where they made it that bad, yo. So, like, yes. like that shit is fucked up, bro. Like, so yeah, the fact that that shit is fucking legal now and we're free, yo, don't take that shit for granted. Invest in stock, do everything you can, get this fucking money. Like, real talk.
420 or music?
Music.
Okay. Cheef Bali has a budget that's astronomical, but he can only work with one producer. Who's doing his album? Havoc / Alchemist, Derringer, or KG?
Ooh. Oh, Havoc and Alchemist. Havoc and Alchemist.
Why?
For sure. I want different sounds. I'm not opposed to working with one producer on a whole project, but it would have to be a concept album for me. That's to me, that's how I think. When I work on a project, I like to reach out. I like different sounds. I like different ideas. I like different energy. So working with, when you said 2 producers, that did it for me right there. And then those 2 producers of all 2, like, oh, done deal. Yeah, facts. Without a no brainer.
420 in music.
Music.
How important is branding, and how do you brand yourself?
Branding nowadays is more important than the music nowadays, yo. Somebody can brand themselves and have the worst song ever, but their brand is just out here killing it, yo. One of my guests that's actually on my show this week, Coverboy. Make sure y'all check out the Bali Hour this Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Is a prime example of something like that. His music is amazing, and I just told him this the other day. I'm like, yo, your brand is like speaking volumes. You have a fucking NFTs going. You got a fashion line going. You got this going. You got videos. Da 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 da. But you haven't dropped a song in a hot minute. But no one cares. Like, that shit don't even matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Up to your brand is speaking volumes. So nowadays, branding is like, oh my God, it's like second to none. I'm sorry, what was the first part of the question? I know you said how important it was to me. What was the first part?
I think you already answered it though.
Oh, okay, cool.
So let's flip it. Because I mean, how do you brand yourself? Tell me about Chiba and what's the future of Chiba now that you're putting music out?
Ah, the bear.
Yeah.
I am actually in talks and working with one of my brothers. We're doing a cartoon series, like a comic strip for him. So we're talking about doing that. He's amazing. He's the one that actually drew Chiba, actually created the bear, the artwork for him. So we spoke recently actually about that. So that's the biggest thing. Other than that, you know, he's on the Bali Hour every week. You know, I actually have another show coming too on A Squad Rebel Radio. I'm actually going to be producing another show coming soon too. Actually, I'm not going to say the name of it yet because my partners don't want me to talk about it yet. However, it will be coming at the end of May, and Chiba will be on that show too on A Squad Rebel Radio. So make sure y'all check out for that. But definitely, we have a little cartoon thing coming for Chiba, and I think that's going to be really cool and funny. So, yeah, the bear is out here.
Two more questions, and I'm gonna flip that last one for you. So 2 more questions: 420 or?
Oh no! Oh, you're breaking up again? Oh no!
I said, all right.
What you say?
You got me. I said we got 2 more questions.
Yeah, I got you.
We're gonna flip the last one. So 420 or hip hop? Where you want to go?
Let's go hip hop.
Okay. Hey, Chief. If Redman and Tretch did Uptown Anthem, the remix, Jersey would have been on fire, right? If Cheef Bali could remix his favorite song he's done himself with another artist, what song would you want to remake with a peer or someone in the industry to highlight your career?
Ooh.
And what song would it be?
Ooh. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good ass question. All right, give me a second. Hold up.
Everybody out there while he's thinking, make sure you subscribe to heritagehiphop.com right now. Get the Pre-Rolls mixtape out free right now by Cheef Bali. Hey, go heritagehiphop.com on everything. The best website celebrating independent music and independent artists from New Jersey around the entire world.
You know what? You know what? I would love to do The Purge, which is the first record on Pre Rolls. Because it's a J Dilla beat. Is off of one of his instrumental albums. And rest in peace, J Dilla, who's one of my favorite producers ever. I would love to do The Purge with one of the artists that J Dilla used to work with a lot, like Talib Kweli or Mos Def, and like dedicate the song to him or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I would love that. That would be really, really cool. So yeah, definitely that would be cool.
How ill is it that J Dilla got a song with Biggie and it doesn't get played? That shit's crazy, right?
I know, right?
All right. I don't know. I just had to throw that out there because nobody talks about the ugly. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. That song is great, yo.
You know, the song that supposedly one of the artists on it got scared about because they didn't want to do their part. Anyway,
yeah.
We're going to talk about that off the record. I want you to call me after this because I got an idea for you. But everybody out there that's watching, thank you for watching. Make sure you follow 420 Cheef and Heritage Hip Hop on Instagram. Go to heritagehiphop.com to get the music. follow Cheef on A Squad Rebel Radio, the Bali Hour, every Wednesday at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock?
7 o'clock Wednesdays. Make sure you cop that pre-rolls. It's free right now.
That's right. And we're going to go to the last question. Now, I'm about to flip this question on you, and it's going to be one of the realest questions that you've never been asked, but it's a very honest question that maybe you have been asked before. You ready?
Okay. Yep.
Cheef Bali is an artist, he's a musician, he's a father, and he has so many titles. What title does he have that he takes into his hip-hop to make himself the better artist?
More than father.
Okay, so here's the flip. When you're a father, that means you've created something that lives on outside of who you are for generations to follow. Not your legacy, your inspiration. So how do you inspire the next generation to be better and take what you set down to the next level?
By the music, by the message that's in the music. Like I have a consistent message in all of my songs, and that is, no matter what you go through, you can always make it. And that's been my life and what I've been through. Like I've never been a killer, murderer, none of that shit. But you know, my mom's been involved with that shit. It's been in my house, close to home. You know what I'm saying? And I always chose different routes and different ways and found different ways to make it. No slight to anybody else that's been through that, but that was my own personal hell. So I always thought to myself, there's millions of people out there that need to hear that message because they live in that personal hell too. So taking that personal hell and translating that through my music and able to get that shit off my shoulders and telling it to the world, well, someday will make somebody that looks back on it and go, you know, I've been through that too, or he's speaking to me. You know what I mean? So being able to do that and being able to, you know, follow that through the world is amazing to me. So yeah, facts.
Shout out to everybody out there who's watching this. We about to close up our interview with Cheef Bali right now. Every time I end up an interview, I always give a final word. I'll be on my Jerry Springer shit. So on my final word today, I'm gonna say the highest you can ever be is alive. Don't ever say you're surviving, because that means you're living not to die. Live to live, because you live millions of times and you only die once. So cherish the everyday and relish in the today, because when it becomes yesterday, you are forgotten. And don't ever put yourself in position to be forgotten. Ooh. With that being said, this is Correct Heritage Hip Hop with my man right here, Cheef Bali. Hey, Cheef, Heritage Hip Hop, the album? Ooh. Are they ready?
Hell yeah, you already know. Let's do it. I'm on that. You already know.
All right, so everybody out there, y'all want that? Let us know. But go to heritagehiphop.com right now and get the mixtape. Hey, fuck being nice is on. Hello, lady. What's going on? What's up with you? All right, y'all. We out. Thank you for watching our presentation. We ask that you subscribe to our YouTube family and hit the notification bell for updates. Please like, comment, and share this video.